Good afternoon. This is a review of the Clearview windshield for a Kawasaki Vulcan Vaquero. This is a 2015. So I just got this today and put it on, and I'm gonna go try it out. So it looks like it comes in this film. They tell you not to take it off so you can test it basically. So I'm gonna go for a ride real quick and let you know what I think. There is the old Clockworks flare windshield that I had. You can see that it is quite a bit taller. So I got the extra large version from Clearview, which measured up from the ignition switch was supposed to be 19.5 inches. I think it's like 17.5 measured from bottom to top. So alrighty, I'm gonna give this a go. Okay, so I just went for the ride. Holy crap, is that better. That there was just not tall enough, the flare windshield. I'm going to for sure keep this one. I just went riding down the freeway and in the city a little bit. Works good in both situations. I can actually see over this one a little bit. I am 6 feet tall, and I think it's because it's, you can see here, it's kind of a good side angle here. It's sloped back quite a bit, so it's not as tall as you might think. I mean, at least it doesn't feel that way, but definitely got to have this vent, because I was messing around with it when I was driving, and you can actually show you here. You can put this in. It's got a 5-way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positions, and I noticed that for me at highway speeds, having it at position 3, so like right in the middle, worked the best. That got rid of, it helps some air get in this bubble, kind of even that out, and then I didn't get as much. I mean, it wasn't bad to begin with, but I didn't get any head buffeting when I did that. So don't get it without it, because when I had this up all the way, which would be the same thing as if it was a solid shield, I did get a little bit of rumble, just because it's so tall. It creates that negative space behind it. So having that little vent there kind of helped even that out, and it really made it a lot better. So I would recommend it on your bike, as long as you can get this here. Also, I put it down all the way open, like this. And I did notice that I did actually get some air hitting me under the chin. So on those hot days, that's going to be nice. I was able to, I drove it at like 70 and 80. And for example, it's not warm today. It's like 50 degrees outside, and I had my visor open and didn't even have any problems. I also had turned the radio on and was able to have it at a quieter volume. I didn't have any earplugs in, but I didn't feel like I actually needed them now with this. So I'm definitely going to be taking off the wrapping and sending a thank you note to Clearview, because this is way better than the Clockworks. So let's give you a final shot of how it looks here. I'll take another short video after I get the wrapping off. So here's what it looks like without the wrapping on it. I think it actually looks pretty good for being a taller windscreen. It follows the kind of natural line that's in the front fairing already pretty well, I think. And you can really see through it, you know, without any distortion. You can see the cement wall behind there. There's no, you don't see any distortion in the lines, you know. And I mean, just even looking through any part of the thing, I've rode it back to work and then after work for a bit, and it's easy to look through if you need to duck down, say you're in the rain or something. That worked pretty well. And like I said before, I bought the extra large one, which measured up from the ignition switch. There actually is, it's like 19.5 inches. I'll show you a picture here. So it is right at what they say. I just bought the tallest one they had because I wanted as much coverage as possible without having to do like a custom size. But it actually does wind up, I checked later, pretty much follow the rule of sit comfortably, sit up straight, and measure out from your nose out to where the tip of the windshield should be, and that's pretty much where it's at. So, but it does go vertical from the ignition switch, so that actually does work pretty good to know kind of where you're going to wind up. I wasn't sure if when that was doing their measurements if it was going to be closer to you or further away, so but it is actually pretty much vertical. But yeah, I really like this. I think I mentioned before that if you had the vent in the up position, it'd be the same thing as if you didn't have a vent at all, but that's not actually true now that I look at it a little bit more. There's right now I'm touching the windscreen, but behind it up in there is actually some more holes, so it kind of works that see here, that even if you have the back part shut, it's going to come through here and come up out there, so you still get some air coming back through there, but not nearly as much as obviously if you had it open. But yeah, I just noticed at pretty much any speed that having it on the middle setting worked pretty well for me. So, but like I said, you don't even really get head buffeting even if you do decide to have the close say if it's raining. But I just noticed I had really like zero head buffeting when I had it at the middle position, which I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get on anything since I tried, the stock one and then flare and then this. So my search is over, and if you're just starting to look, I recommend going straight to this. Don't waste your money on the flare, unless you're like a really short rider, I guess. But I didn't show earlier, I actually got the stock one right here too, so you can see there's the stock, which actually looks like it pretty much follows the black that they got on there. Maybe they decided to do that on purpose. So that actually pretty much follows that right on. Which is nice, just so you don't see the kind of the back of the knobs and screws back there. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, definitely leave a comment. I think this is gonna help most people that are bought the flare and are trying to figure out what else to do. So let me know if you guys have any questions, and I'll try and help you out. Thanks again, guys.